What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing good. Got another good one for y'all. Coast Guard basic training. We did the Army. Now we're doing the Coast Guard. Let's see how they compare.
158, 157, 156, 155.
Whoa, get in it, boy.
153.
Jeez. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting to see him dig off into that bad.
Open
But
your
hey.
mouth, man. Keep going. Did I tell you to stop?
Ooh.
This is Coast Guard Boot Camp.
Go away.
Before they get to
Why is there
serve
only
in the
two people
United States
wearing
Coast Guard,
PT
all
belts,
recruits
and
have to
why are they different
graduate
colors?
from the Coast Guard's 8-week basic training program.
Get louder than that. Oh, my God.
Get away from me.
It's not easy. There's a reason the program is designed the way it is. We have people from all walks of life.
Did you just
that
say it was
come
not
here.
easy?
It is a small portion of the youth of this nation that are at least attempting to raise their hand
not
and
easy.
do something bigger than themselves.
Basic training happens here at United States Coast Guard Training Center Cape May, located at the southernmost point of New Jersey. But before they get to Cape May, all incoming recruits report to the USO Lounge at the Philadelphia airport. It's where they spend their
Dude, they
final
look
moments
so relaxed.
before beginning their journeys as Coast Guardsmen.
Why am I doing this? I don't know, it sounded like a good opportunity.
My grandfather was in the Coast Guard.
My mom's whole side of the family was in the Navy, but
They
I
look
didn't
so
really
chill.
feel like the Navy was my calling, and the Coast Guard felt right.
I don't have a ton of money, man. I don't come from
Why-
this. I didn't really,
Dude.
couldn't really afford school, so this kind of.
When I got to the airport on my way to Fort Benning,
accruing a large
when
amount
I
of
got to
debt,
the
so-
airport,
I'm most nervous
we were
about,
being swarmed by drill sergeants.
honestly, just the yelling. Something you just don't get
You're
used
afraid
to
of the yelling.
as a day-to-day life as a civilian, so.
Come on.
This is the last non-stressful meeting you're going to have for the next several weeks. It's a learning experience. Their teaching methods are just a tad different than what you're used to. They're going
Okay,
to walk into
fair.
a world that's very different for them. It's going to be very intense, so that when they go out into the fleet, stations, and cutters, that they're ready to help and ready to perform.
The incoming recruits enjoy what little downtime they have left
Get out of the hallway, let's go.
before they line up and head to the bus that will drive them
Man.
to Cape May.
Okay, Coast Guard, tough 8 weeks ahead of you. What's the motto of the Coast Guard? I can't hear
All the
you.
motivation in the world.
All right.
The motto of the Coast Guard is Semper Paratus. It means always ready. These new recruits have about 2 hours to get ready for what happens the second their bus ride is over.
Hey, there it is. Shark attack.
Obviously, there's a shock and awe
Yeah.
factor to it. Kind of everything goes haywire for a little bit.
So
While we
much
do need to
confusion
instill
in that time. I
little
don't
bit
care
of
what
fear and
service you
sense
go
of
to.
urgency in them that evening.
Your shorty. Yes, sir.
The main goal is get them in the building and get them processed and get the paperwork where it needs to go and get them in the rack.
Do it now. Aye, aye.
The first incarnation of the Coast Guard was born in 1790. Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton lobbied Congress to construct a fleet of 10 large ships, or cutters, intended to enforce tariffs on vessels entering U.S. ports. In 1915,
I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm actually learning some stuff as we go through this because I really don't know anything about the Coast Guard. I know they're really good at like search and rescue stuff, water recovery. Is like specifically into like large bodies of water like the Gulf of Mexico and Pacific and Atlantic Oceans and stuff like that, and drug seizures and stuff like that. They're good at all those kinds of things. I know they are. But beyond that, I really don't know a whole lot about the Coast Guard. That's being honest. I spent all my time in the Army and I never was in any other service, so I know about the Army. I didn't really, not that it wasn't so much that I didn't care, but I didn't care about the other services, if that makes any sense. But moving along.
The U.S. Revenue Cutter Service merged with the U.S. Life Saving Service to form what we know today as the United States Coast Guard. Since then, the Coast Guard has been involved in every major United States military conflict. Today, the Coast Guard has more than 40,000 men and women on active duty, and over 30,000 more serving in reserve and auxiliary.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have thought it was more than that.
Here, on a cold week in November, we spent 4 days at Training Center Cape May, allowing us to observe different companies at various stages of the 8-week boot camp.
Boot camp
A lot of
itself,
moving around.
it is whatever you make it. You do what you're told, yes sir, no sir, aye sir, and it's as simple as that.
First, the new recruits are issued uniforms.
Next in line. Come on this way.
And after a medical exam and standard
Seems pretty
vaccinations,
relaxed.
the male recruits
Nice and
get
chill.
a free haircut.
Pretty standard stuff, though.
Then,
for the most
it's
part.
time for the initial physical fitness assessment, where the
PVC
recruits
pipe?
have to do as many push-ups and sit-ups as they can in 1 minute. Finally, there's a 1.5-mile run. Male recruits have 14 minutes to finish the run. Female recruits have 17 minutes. Not every recruit
14
passes
minute-
on their first try.
Mile and a half.
but
That's
they
not.
do get another
That's not
chance.
terrible. It's slower than the
5
Army's
minutes to
for
finish
sure.
this test. Most of you should finish in less than 3 minutes.
All Coast Guard recruits have to pass a 3-part swimming test.
Go ahead, step to
So
the
I
edge.
think
First, jumping into the pool from a 6-foot platform.
Step off.
I think at the majority of
Then,
the
a
Army's,
100-meter swim.
the average
Last,
age would
they
be
have to
around like
tread water
18 or
for
whatever.
5 minutes.
It's like 15, 30 or something like
Coast
that
Guard
that you have to
recruits
do it
don't
in.
have to be expert swimmers. Remedial swimmers are allowed to wear flotation devices.
Could be wrong. It may have changed.
After all of this physical exertion, the recruits have undoubtedly worked up an appetite, which means it's time for lunch, or as it's known at Cape May, chow.
Yes.
But chow isn't a time for relaxation.
Yo, hold on,
or
hold on,
chatting
hold on,
with
hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There was a glimpse
means
that went
it's time for
down
lunch, or as it's known at Cape May.
the table. Bro, it looks like every plate has something different on it. There's 2 with sandwiches, 3 with sandwiches, and then all the rest of them look different. Bro, they had it
Chow.
made.
But chow isn't a time
When we
for
went through the chow
relaxation
hall,
or chatting with fellow
bro, everybody
recruits.
got the same thing.
In fact, it's the complete opposite.
I have no idea what she said.
Let's go. Move your feet. How about you move a little faster, man? No, no, get out. That's not where you sit. That's not where you sit. You have someone right there telling you where to go.
It should
Attention
be one
to
of the most
detail.
relaxing times
And it
they
gets you
have,
every
we
time.
think, but that is when all eyes are on them.
You're not special, and you didn't shave last night like we told you. A razor never touched your face. As soon as you get back from medical, I am taking you in there and ensuring that you shave.
You probably think that you get a little break.
Yeah, there's always
with the
one.
company commanders, but when you go to your seats, the company commanders are staring you down and they're asking you questions.
Tell me about a Class Bravo fire.
They did the same thing to us, except for they didn't just reserve
Before
it
they
for.
can eat,
That's Chili Mac,
recruits
bro.
are randomly stopped by
My
company
bad.
commanders and tested
But
on
they
required
didn't just
Coast
ask
Guard
us
knowledge.
questions like just in a defect. They asked us questions like everywhere.
Recruits
No,
who
it's
answer
like
correctly
random.
are allowed to pass and eat
I had a
their
drill
meals.
sergeant wake me up in the middle of the night.
Tell me about Douglas Monroe.
It's like, what's
It's not on the deck. Start writing. Aye, aye, Petty Officer Greenwell. Start writing. Start writing. Start writing.
why is she telling her to
Those
start
who fail
writing?
to answer correctly are ordered to document their mistakes on a performance tracker, which is collected and reviewed every day by their company commanders.
It just
What if they
goes
don't
to
write
show
it
you
down?
that there is no downtime in basic training. It's a sense of urgency
Oh,
in
she's
everything we do.
mad. Boy, she's mad.
And It really all at the end of the day is there to assist the recruits and keep them sharp.
Carry on.
I'm about to go up! Ah! You don't respond to carry on!
And as boot camp goes on, it doesn't get any easier outside the galley.
We're going outside to play some games because of some stuff that you did.
That
If
never
an
sounds
individual
good.
recruit makes a mistake in boot camp, the entire company pays for it.
So this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why we're in week 06. We still have gear adrift in our damn squad bays. We still can't push in the hooks on our
So from
freaking
what it said,
racks.
that's 2
Our
weeks from
laundry
graduation.
hooks. We're being lazy, Sierra, aren't we? I'm glad you agree. Fire, fire, fire.
When recruits hear their company commander say fire, 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 it often means they're about to get smoked.
Ooh, I saw rifles.
Find some real
That's a
estate.
good PT. That's a good
Smoke
PT.
sessions, if you will, are the physical exertion of
There's them
energy
damn
to
belts again.
reinstill to them that what they were doing
I wonder if
was
they're
not
heat
the correct
cats.
thing.
If you know what the belts are for, comments. Hit me in the comments. I need to know.
We'll just keep playing this game until you get louder. Straight out in front of you.
There's a yellow one.
I was walking through their
So red
squad
and yellow.
bays. Their racks weren't made properly. Just little minute attention to detail things that they should know as week 06 recruits, and so they got punished for it.
Getting smoked it's rough. It's hard to push
It's
through
rough.
sometimes, but at the end of it, you feel better because you made it through. You feel like it makes you stronger.
Get on the deck!
That sounded staged.
Oh, did
I'm
we
not
lose
gonna lie.
count? Do we need to start over?
That don't look staged.
Just do one good push-up. Usually in
Just
this
one.
week of training,
There's
we
another
don't
one.
really discipline them
That's
as
what these
much,
damn
but we
belts.
still have to uphold standards, and if they're not meeting those standards, then that's when we use these tools. Have we had enough? We need to be just as tough as the Marines, the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy. So we have to also
Not
be
gonna
held
happen.
up to that standard as well.
It's not gonna happen.
Minute 26 probation on the quarter deck.
Recruits who
Love you,
don't
Coast
meet
Guard.
the standards of their company commanders are put on probation.
But y'all
which
are
is
on a different
signified
mission.
by wearing a red belt.
Are you even using
Uh-oh.
your brain press?
You get put on probation when you're like falling behind the company, you have like an attitude problem. You wear a red belt that says, I need special attention, I need extra help, I need you to put the spotlight on me for a
The red
couple
belts are
days."
fuck ups. Got it.
Recruits in need of even more motivation enter a program known as RAMP, which stands for
I'd lose
Recruit
my-
Attitude
I'd lose my
Motivational
mind.
Program. Recruits in
lose
RAMP
my
are
mind.
required to wear
There's
a
no
red
way I can sit
vest.
there and do that for
RAMP
any
is a
length of
program
period
we
of time.
have in place for the recruits who don't seem to grasp the basic fundamentals of getting on board and aligning themselves with the Coast Guard core values. It gives them a chance to step back, realize
The one in the
bigger
middle is not
picture,
saying anything.
and that it means more than just the individuality in which brought the recruits to the training center. It's how they operate as a team and as a cohesive unit.
When we filmed this, these recruits were completely unsupervised and weren't being ordered by their company commanders.
Get over here, Wentler! Get over here, Wentler!
Get him.
I don't understand why the hell everyone is counting but you. And then you cross that threshold when I can see you, then you start doing the right thing. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Chair sit. Chair sit.
Chair sit.
Each shoulder width apart right now. Doing the right thing even when no one's looking. Say it, you.
Doing the right thing when no one's looking!
Louder.
Doing the right thing when no one's looking!
Louder.
Doing the right thing when no one's looking!
Louder.
Doing the right thing when no one's looking! Doing the right thing when no
Boy
one's
said,
looking!
I ain't want no part of this. Let me get through.
Shut your mouth. So take it. Tell me exactly why. Why you think it's okay to do whatever the hell you want, and then someone sees you, and then oop, wake up, time for me to start doing the right thing. It's not good to go. Not good to go. Get upright. Fly away from me.
Fly away. What? I'm
In addition
confused.
to undergoing intense physical and psychological challenges,
I mean, I know they
the
fly
recruits
helicopters.
actually spend the bulk of their time in the classroom.
The Coast Guard basic training is heavy in academics. It's almost, we use
But
the
doesn't the-
term
doesn't the
sometimes,
Coast
it's
Guard do,
drinking
like-
information through a fire hose.
More stuff with like
Recruits are trained
boats.
to fight fires.
I know they do the helicopter stuff
This so-called wet
because they got like because they're known for the helicopter search and rescue stuff.
Guard cutter.
But I
Giving
always
recruits a
I don't know.
realistic firefighting
Like I said, I don't know
scenario.
enough.
The recruits are trained in marksmanship and seamanship.
We're gonna practice on our knots right now, so everybody get your lanyards out really quick.
While filming in this class,
Come up through.
one recruit gestured towards our camera. An officer spotted this, and while the recruit was privately
You're
reprimanded
done.
for the offense, the entire company would have to pay the price.
Oh, that's that look right
Do
there.
people want to act like actual crazy people all day at seamanship? I got a tool for that. 200 seconds, back online with a full canteen, go.
Canteens.
Fly, 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 little blue blurs, little blue blurs. Ears,
Wait a
feet shoulder
minute.
width apart right now.
Am I seeing this right?
Get your canteens above your skulls.
That is not a canteen.
Overhead.
That's a water bottle.
You people have absolutely no self-discipline.
He shoved his shit up in the-
Absolutely no self-discipline. So you're just gonna remind
Bro, that's a
yourself,
water
we have
bottle.
no
Those are like
self-discipline.
Camelback
Go.
water bottles. Those are Camelback water bottles. Full, like full of water. It might be like 3 pounds. I can hold that up all day.
Scream your face off! Get louder! Get louder!
I could do that all day. Overhead arm clap. Why is he sweating so hard?
Get it up, Lindsay! Up! Up!
7 minutes.
Hey,
Whew.
Lindsay, you taking a nice little break now that I turned my back? Hey, let's add a few minutes for that there, Victor. Thank you, shipmate. Thank you. We have no self-discipline.
You look so excited.
You might think a small water bottle with water in it isn't that heavy, but after 20 minutes, your shoulders kind of
it's
get a little
not.
heavy. And
Sorry,
once the
it's
sweat starts dripping in
not
your eyes,
heavy.
you want to definitely put it down.
It's
But
3
we
pounds.
advise you do not put it down because you will be holding the water bottle up for a longer period of time.
Like we did a similar thing, only we would hold it straight out in front of us.
Taking a nice
like
little
this,
break, Yelton.
right here with our weapons, and we'd
Taking a
hold it
nice
for just
little
as long.
break, Yelton.
It sucked because your weapon actually weighs like what, 11 or 12 pounds.
We have no self-discipline. It's immediate recognition for their mess ups. It's immediate recognition for
No,
something
I don't know
that
about
they're
immediate,
doing wrong.
but
I let
it's
them
something.
set their own pace.
It's something.
You know, I'm saying all of you as a team are going to keep it up. Oop, he didn't make it. Let's all start over. So it's really productive. You taking
They
a
make
nice
it look
little
like
rest there with your
they're
hands
tired
on
though.
breath. Crazy how fingers interlaced on the front of the canteen was the rule and you broke it. Start over!
I just don't
Very
see
challenging
that
get
to be hard.
You just almost laugh at your own pain because you're out of breath from screaming so loud. Your shoulders are burning. It's a huge relief.
I mean,
when you
I guess,
listen
I
to those and
mean,
you get told to put your arms
if
down.
you've never done it before, then yeah, sure.
You want to make a
I'll
deal,
go with it.
Victor?
If you've never done this kind of thing before, I'll go with it.
Cheers.
I'll go with it. 20 minutes.
Cheers! Drop the canteens.
Company, halt.
Before graduation, recruits receive their orders for where they'll be stationed after they leave Cape May.
Davis, where'd you want to go, Davis? Let us know.
Woohoo,
All the way
Puerto
across to
Rico.
Hawaii. The exact opposite area.
that work for you, David?
Getting up?
On the other side of the United States. I'm
Puerto Rico,
sorry,
yeah, Hawaii.
we
That's
missed.
pretty good, right?
Oh my God.
Anywhere, war.
Recruits
Anywhere
can
warm.
request the region or district where they'd prefer to be stationed after graduation.
Well, you'll be on the coast somewhere, so
Chicken Parker.
as long as you don't go to Alaska, you'll probably be happy.
Coast Guard Cutter Shackle, South Portland.
But their requests aren't always granted.
Where'd you want to go? Taylor! Taylor, California! You're going to Alabama. Woo! Alabama!
Friday of week 8, the recruits are ready for
Sorry,
graduation.
but you going to the southern states.
Friends and family gather for their first glimpse of the recruits since the beginning of
Being
boot camp.
honest, no matter what service, this is a day that everybody always looks forward to. You looking at?
They feel joy and accomplishment. They know that they have done something that is physically and emotionally challenging. They feel satisfied that they've done that. Their parents are impressed because many times the parents see them for the first time as an
That's
adult.
true.
As an
No matter what
accomplished
service you're in,
adult.
that's true.
We get a lot of credit for the change that goes on here. In a lot of cases,
That's
we're
true
just
as well.
the catalyst. Recruits respond to the impetus themselves. They formulate the plan to change themselves as individuals
That's a lot of
and
movement.
as a team, and they meet their company commander's standards. That's the you've actually done it. And that's, I think, what you see in the room today.
So one of the things that people don't normally talk about, right, is the bonds that you create at basic training, because those are amongst the first people that you will ever meet during your career, that are the first friends and groups of people that you will truly bond with.
Meanwhile, at Sexton Hall, boot camp is just beginning for Whiskey Company. That's the group we first met at the Philadelphia airport.
Attention on deck!
Before the company is officially formed, they're addressed by Captain Owen Gibbons, the commanding officer of Training Center Cape May.
I can make you the following 3 promises. Promise number 1, this will be hard. Do not be afraid of that. Change is difficult. But if you give us your all, we will prove
Sure.
to you that you can do more than you ever thought yourself capable of.
Yes, sir!
Promise number 2, I insist that you meet every single standard of this program in order to graduate, but we will assist you to meet those standards. Do you understand?
Yes, sir!
That assistance will not always be comforting, but it will develop in you the knowledge, skills, and abilities, the attitudes that you will need to leave here and immediately begin performing frontline Coast Guard missions in service to the American public. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir!
Promise number 3, you will be safe. Let me say that again. You'll be safe. You'll train in an environment that is free from intimidation or discrimination based on your race, creed, color, gender,
Bullshit.
religion, or orientation. You will not be assaulted and you will not be harassed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir!
The last
You
2
can
parts are
do
true,
this. Every
but the
single person in
intimidation
this
part,
room is
not
capable
true.
of
I don't care
completing
what
this
service you go
program.
into.
The truth is that we need
They
you
use
to.
intimidation to try
All
to
over our
mold
Coast Guard,
you.
there are units that are sailing short-handed. There are empty racks because those units are waiting for you to complete your training and to join them as they serve the American public. But the only question on our mind is, are you ready?
Yes, sir!
We're just about to find out.
Okie dokie. I don't care what service you go into. Every one of them, all bullshitting aside, every one of them have their own level of toughness and their own, what's the right word? Their own obstacles to overcome in order to graduate. Now, me being an Army, of course, I'm going to talk shit It is what it is. That's what we do. But at the same time, like, one of the best things that must be acknowledged is each service has their role to play within the military, and no one will do that service's job better than that service. So the Coast Guard has its part to play, the Army, the Navy, Marines, the Air Force, and the Space Force, I guess. I still don't understand what the Space Force is about still, but whatever. But like I said, if you're thinking about joining, I can assure you one thing, that if you will get out of the military exactly what you put into it, 100%. There is no other way. There is no doubt in my mind. Whatever you put into it will be 100% what you get out of it. Now, if you go in, and I can tell you from experience, if you go in to anything in life with a bad attitude, you're not going to ever get anything good out of it. Period. Keep your head up. Stay motivated and push forward through whatever obstacles that you've got in front of you, and you'll make it. You'll be good to go. If you're thinking about joining the military, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, don't listen to the recruiters. Listen to them, but don't listen to them, right? Because the recruiters' end game is to get you to join however they can. But I urge you to go find a veteran, right? Or a group of veterans would be even better. And go talk to them. If you've got questions, I'll be willing to ask. I was in the Army, but I know people in the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines. I don't know anybody in the Space Force. So if you really want to join the Space Force, I don't know what to tell you. But any of the other services, if I don't know the answer, I can get the answer. However, talk to somebody. Don't go find some bitter person and just listen to what if they sound bitter, get away from them, because they're not going to give you good information. Go find somebody who is proud of their service and go talk to them, and I can guarantee you they will provide you the best information possible if you're planning on joining. Again, thank you for coming and watching the video. That's going to be it for me today. If you haven't yet, hit that sub button, hit the like, leave me a comment, and if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. That's fine. I'm okay with it. But I urge you and I challenge you, if you're going to hit the dislike button, get in the comments. Let me know what I did that you didn't like and tell me how I could do it better. And that's it for me today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be good.